Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly Connect. In this video, we are going to learn how to automate transfer letters with Google Sheets, Google Docs and Gmail. So my objective is to create and send multiple transfer letters, internal transfer letters to multiple candidates of my organization. And to automate this entire long process, I have set up a connection between my Google Sheets, Google Docs, Google Drive and Gmail in such a way that now whenever I'm going to add a new row in my Google Sheets along with the details of a new candidate, automatically internal transfer letter will be created for that same candidate in Google Docs, and finally it will be sent as a PDF along with an email through Gmail to that same candidate. And I have automated this entire process with the help of Pabbly Connect without a single requirement of coding and programming skills. If you also want to learn this amazing automation, then follow me through the screen. In this video, we are going to learn how to handle internal transfers inside the organizations automatically. So, I work in an HR department where the regular task is to prepare documents for internal transfers of the employee. That means transfers from one department to another with another designation, another salary and all other details. So, if we are going to create the documents for internal transfers for each and every candidate manually, then it is going to take a lot of time and efforts. Therefore, to automate this entire process, I have used Pabbly Connect, and with the help of which I have simply connected my Google Sheets, Google Docs and Gmail in such a way that now whenever I'm going to add a new row in my Google Sheets, which I have prepared to add the details of my candidates to whom I want to send transfer emails, then automatically a document will be created as a transfer letter in my Google Docs for that same candidate, and then finally it is going to be sent automatically to the desired candidate without any manual efforts. Okay, so I have created this entire automation without any coding or programming skills just by using Pabbly Connect. This is the homepage of Pabbly Connect where we can reach by tapping this URL pabbly.com/connect in our browser. After coming over here, we can find two options, sign in and sign up for free. So if you are an existing user, you can directly click on sign in. But if you are a new user, you have to click on this sign up for free button to create your free new account. Also, when you will create your account, you will get 100 free tasks every month to explore this amazing software and to test multiple automations. Now, as an existing user, I'm directly clicking on sign in. This is the all apps section where we can find all the products which are offered by Pabbly. To create this automation, we are going to use Pabbly Connect. So let's click on access now. And it has taken us towards the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. Now here on the dashboard, we can find all of our workflows which we have created. And we can also create different folders over here according to our choice to save our workflows. Now to create a new workflow, we have to click on this create workflow option, which is given on right corner with blue color. So let's do that. And here a dialog box will appear in front of us, which is asking us to provide a name to this workflow. So first of all, let us provide a name over here. Automate transfer letters with Google Sheets, Google Docs and Gmail. So after giving the name, here I'm going to select the folder in which I want to save this workflow. So I have created a folder named as Automations for HRM in which I want to save this workflow. I have selected that and now let's click on Create. As we have done that, we can find that two windows are open in front of us. First is the trigger and the other is action. So these are trigger and actions. Trigger and actions are the main concepts or the principles on which the entire automation of Pabbly Connect works. The trigger says when this happens and the action says do this. That means the action is the response towards our trigger. So whatever we are going to select in our trigger is going to command the entire workflow, and the actions are going to follow that same command. Therefore, we can have only one trigger in any workflow, but we can have multiple actions as we want. Now let's suppose we are going to take Google Sheets in our trigger and Google Docs in our action. And our objective is that whenever we are going to add a new row in our Google Sheets along with all the details of the employee, automatically a transfer letter should be created in Google Docs for that same candidate. Okay, so here we can clearly see that action is following what the trigger commands, because when the trigger happens, that means when the row is added in Google Sheets, then only the document is created in Google Docs, otherwise not. So after understanding this concept of trigger and action, let's start creating the workflow step by step. First of all, we have to select our trigger application over here, and because our objective is that whenever we are going to add a new row in our Google Sheets, then the response of that row should be immediately captured over here in Pabbly Connect. So for that, our trigger application over here will be Google Sheets. So let's select that. So we have selected Google Sheets as our trigger application, and now we have to select the trigger event. Trigger event is the event on the happening of which the workflow is going to trigger or start. So new or updated spreadsheet row will be our trigger event over here, because we want that whenever a new row will be added, the response of that row should be immediately captured over here in Pabbly Connect, and with that response, the workflow should get triggered. Okay, as we have done that, we can find that a webbook URL is provided to us along with some instructions. So we need to follow these instructions step by step to connect our Google Sheets with Pabbly Connect. Connect. And for that, the webhook URL which is provided to us is going to act as a bridge for sending the data from Google Sheets towards Pabbly Connect. So first of all, I'm going to copy this webhook URL from here, and then I'm going to take you towards my Google Sheets. So this is the spreadsheet which I have prepared for transferred candidates. So it contains the following details: date on which I'm going to create and send the document, the full name of the employee, email address, employee ID, okay, designation, the current designation of the employee, current department in which he works, date of transfer, that on which date the employee has to transfer to the new department, and new designation. Here is new designation of the employee. Here is the new department in which he has to transfer. This is the new salary package of the employee, reporting manager, that who will be the new manager of the employee in the new department. Okay, this is the sender name, that who is sending the document, and this is the designation of the sender as well as the status. So here I have used drop down functions for multiple columns such as designation, current department, new designation, and all such details which are going to be changed and replaced according to new candidates. Okay, so in the same manner you can create the spreadsheet according to your choice. I'm going to attach the link of this same spreadsheet template as well in the description of the video, so that you can use the same spreadsheet and then you can make the further changes accordingly, and then you can even make some further changes in this particular spreadsheet according to your requirements. Now we have to connect this spreadsheet with Pabbly Connect so that we can send the response of the spreadsheet, the new response of the candidates, to Pabbly Connect. Okay, for that we have to go towards extensions, and here we can find the option of add-ons. When you will click on this get add-ons, it will take us towards Google Workspace Marketplace. Now here we need to search for Pabbly Connect Webhooks. So basically Pabbly Connect Webhook is the add-on which we have to install in Google Sheets to connect it with Pabbly Connect. You can find that I have already installed this add-on, so I'm just going to cross this. And once you will install the add-on for the first time, you also have to refresh your spreadsheet so that you will be able to find the option of Pabbly Connect Webhooks under extensions. As I can find the option, let's go towards initial setup. So basically we have to perform an initial setup in order to connect our Google Sheets with Pabbly Connect, in which we have to enter two details: webhook URL and the trigger column. So first of all, let us paste the URL which we have already copied from Pabbly Connect. This is the webhook URL, and now we have to enter the trigger column. So the concept of trigger column says that whenever in the spreadsheet the data will be added up till this particular column, the entire row will be sent towards Pabbly Connect. It is given over here. The trigger column will be your final data column, on which if the data is added, the whole of that row will be sent to the webhook URL. So when we are going to add a new row over here in our spreadsheet up till our trigger column, the entire row will be immediately sent towards Pabbly Connect as a new response. So in the background you can find that I have the column in my spreadsheet up till N. So column N is for status. I want that whenever I'm going to add a new row in my spreadsheet, along with the details of a new candidate to whom I want to send a transfer letter, up till the N column, that means up till status, then immediately the response of that row will be sent towards Pabbly Connect. So here I'm going to enter N as my trigger column. Okay, and now we will simply click on the send test button to send the test response of this demo candidate towards Pabbly Connect. Now as the test data is sent successfully, so let's click on submit. And as we have submitted the initial setup, our setup is configured successfully. So we will simply cross this and we will move back towards Pabbly Connect. As we have done that, we can find that here we have received the response inside Pabbly Connect along with all the details. This is trigger columns, status, spreadsheet name, spreadsheet ID, sheet name, sheet ID, sender name, okay, sender's designation, and all other details. Okay, so because we have received this response, that means our connection between Google Sheets and Pabbly Connect is successful. Now we have to do one more thing, because our objective is that as soon as we are going to add a new row over here in our spreadsheet up till trigger column, the response should be keep on sending automatically toward Pabbly Connect. For that we have to do one more thing. We have to go towards extensions, Pabbly Connect Webhooks, and this time we have to click on this send on event button. As we have done that, now we have made sure that now whenever we are going to add a new row, the response of that entire row will be keep on sending without manual efforts towards Pabbly Connect. Okay, now after building the connection of Google Sheets and Pabbly Connect, let's move further. So because our objective is to create transfer letters, internal transfer letters in Google Docs whenever a row will be added in Google Sheets. For that I have already created a template in my Google Docs. This is the template for transfer letter which I want to send to my employees to whom I want to give transfer. So this is the name and logo of my company. Here are the details related to my company. Okay, this is the reference number of each and every employee. Here we have employee name, designation, employee ID, email, the subject of the letter, and this is the content. Okay, so in this document you can see that I have used some of the details in curly braces. So these are the same details which we want to change each time with each and every new response. These are the same details which we have used as columns in our Google Sheets as well. So because we want that these details such as employee name, employee designation, email of the employee, okay, the new salary of the employee, and all such details to be changed each time with each and every new candidate. Therefore, I have used two curly braces to add these details in the template. So because we have used two curly braces over here, that means these details have become variables now. So with each and every new response of a new candidate, automatically the data is going to be replaced. And in this way, we are going to create a new transfer letter for each and every new candidate in the customized format by using the same template. Okay. Now we have to connect our Google Docs with Pabbly Connect to create documents. For that, we will move forward towards our action step, and in our action application, we will select Google Docs. But before moving forward, here I want to apply a condition in this workflow. Okay, so I'm going to take you back towards my Google Sheets and we will go towards the status section. So I have used two options over here in the status, send or hold. So if I will select send in this status, then only I want that the workflow should continue and the document should be created, otherwise no. Okay, for that we have to apply a filter condition in our workflow. So let's select our action application as filter. And here we are going to select the action event, that will be filter value. So filter is an amazing feature by Pabbly which allows us to set conditions in our workflow according to our requirements. Here I'm going to click on connect, and now as we have done that, a condition is provided to us. We have to select a label, a filter type and the value. So in label I'm going to select the status, okay, because I want to set this condition according to the status of the row. So for that we will simply use our previous response because we have received all the details of Google Sheets in our previous response, and we will simply map the status over here. So mapping is inserting data from previous step. Here we have inserted the data from previous step, that means it has become dynamic. So now it is going to change and replace with each and every new response. Whenever we are going to add a new row in our Google Sheets, automatically the status is going to be replaced and a new status will appear over here of that new response. Okay, and now we will move forward towards selecting the filter type. So our filter type will be equal to, now we have to enter the value. So because my condition is that only if the status of the row will be equal to send, then the workflow should continue further, otherwise not. So I'm going to enter the value as send. So whenever we are going to receive a new response from Google Sheets and the status of that row will be equal to send, the workflow will continue automatically. But in case if the status will not be equal to send and it will be hold, then the workflow will stop here only. Now let's check the condition whether it is true or not by clicking on the save and send test request button. And as we have done that, we can find that our condition is absolutely true because status currently is equal to send. So let's move forward. We will click on this add action step button, and now we are going to connect Google Docs with Pabbly Connect. So let us select our action application over here as Google Docs. And now we have to select the action event. So our action event over here will be create a document from template. So because we have already created a template to create different documents, that means to create different transfer letters. Therefore, our action event over here is create document from template. So we are going to use the same template for creating multiple documents. Let's click on connect. And now because I've already built a connection with my Google Docs earlier, so I'm going to go with existing connection. But to create a new connection, you have to click on this add new connection button, and then you have to click on sign in with Google. As you will do that, you have to click on save and your connection will be successful. Now I'm going to click on save. And with this, we can find that Google Docs is successfully connected with Pabbly Connect. So we will move forward. Here we have to select the template document. So the name of my template is transfer letter template. So here we can find that the template is selected correctly. You have to select your own template from the drop down. Now the next is new document's name. What should be the name of the new document which you are creating? We are creating transfer letters for multiple candidates. So here I'm going to give the name of my document as transfer letter for, and now I will simply map the name of the employee over here. So I'm going to search for the name. This is the name of the employee demo user. I have mapped that and done. So as we have mapped this name, it is going to be replaced with each and every new response, but the data which we have entered manually will be same and static each time. So in this way, we are going to create different documents with different name of different employees. Okay, the next is the location where you want to save the document. So I'm going to select Google Sheets integrations over here. Done. The next is reference number. What should be the reference number of your document? So here in the template, you can see that this is my reference number. Up till this slash, you can find that the reference number is going to be same. But here we have to enter a unique reference number for each and every new candidate. Therefore, I have used it in two curly braces. So I have employee ID, which is going to be unique for each and every candidate. Therefore, I'm going to enter employee ID as the reference number. Okay, so I'm going to simply map employee ID over here. This is the employee ID. Done. The next is date. The date on which you are sending the document. So here I'm going to search for date. and this is the date. We have mapped that. Now the next is employee name. We will quickly map the name as well. So all these fields which we have in Google Docs currently over here are the same as the variables which we have created in the template. Okay, so we have to map the data one by one in these fields so that the data can be automatically changed with each and every new response. Now the next is designation. I'm going to search for the designation, as this is the designation senior developer, the current designation. Okay, the next is employee ID. So once again we will map the employee ID over here. Okay, email of the employee. Now the next is name of the department. That means the new department in which we are transferring the employee. So here we have received new department as well, research and development. Let's map that. And now the next is position title. So what is the new position of the employee? New designation is senior developer. Okay, the next is name of department head. So let's map the department head, that is reporting manager. The next is once again department head. So we have mapped that head of the department as demo manager. Now the next is salary, that is new salary which is going to be provided to the employee. Sender name, who is sending this transfer letter, and the designation of the sender. Okay, at last we have department name. So let's just quickly map the department name. That means the new department name. Okay, done. And now when we have mapped all these details, let's click on save and send test request button. As we have done that, we can find that we have received the response over here, and when we will scroll down, we can find that a document ID is provided to us. This means that a new document is automatically created in Google Docs. So let's go and check. This is the template. I'm going to go back, and yes, here we can find that recently a new transfer letter is created for demo user. I'm going to open this transfer letter, and we can find that here are all the details. So in the transfer letter, automatically the details of the employee are added. This is the name of the employee. This is the designation. That means current designation. This is the employee ID. This is the email address. Subject, once again the name is added over here. Here are the details of the new designation and the new department. Dear demo user, you have been an asset to the company ever since you joined us. Your consistent efforts in helping improve your team have always been commendable. As discussed during our meeting, you will be transferred to the research and development department as a senior developer. The decision has been made to optimize our work allocation and better align our team with current organizational needs. Your skills, experience and dedication have been recognized, and we believe that you will make a valuable contribution to the research and development team. We are confident that you will adapt swiftly to your new role and continue to excel in your career with our company. Your new department head will be demo manager, who will provide you with any necessary guidance and support during this transition period. We understood that transitions can be challenging, and we are committed to ensuring a smooth and seamless process for you. We have arranged a meeting with the demo manager to discuss your duties and responsibilities, the department's expectations and your work schedule. Your revised pay will be 12 lakh per annum, and all the conditions will remain the same as they were at the time of your recruitment. Thank you for your continued dedication and hard work. We look forward to continued success in your new role. Okay, so this is sincerely Michael Karras. That means the sender name and the designation of the sender. Here is the employee acknowledgement. So here you can find that the demo user currently works in senior developer in the technical support department, and we are transferring him to research and development department as senior developer only. And here is the new salary, new reporting manager, and all other new details in this particular letter. So this means that our connection between Google Sheets and Google Docs is successful. Now let's move forward, and our objective is to send the document which we have created recently to the desired candidate. For that, we have to get the PDF link of this document, and that we are going to do with the help of Google Drive. So let's click on this add action step button, and we are going to connect Google Drive with Pabbly Connect. So let's select that, and now we have to select the action event as share file with anyone. As we have done that, now we are going to click on connect, and now because I've already built a connection with my Google Drive account, so I'm going to go with existing connection only. But to create a new connection, once again you have to click on add new connection. Now let's click on save. And as we have done that, we can find that Google Drive is successfully connected with Pabbly Connect. So let's move further. Here we have to enter the file ID which we want to share. Okay, so we have to make sure that the file ID must be dynamic in nature. That means it must get changed with each and every new response. Therefore, for that, we will simply map the file ID. So let's turn this mapping button on. Here I'm going to remove the data which is given over here in this field. And now I'm going to simply map the data. That means document ID which we have received from Google Docs response. So this is the document ID. We have mapped that and done. So as we have mapped the file ID, let's click on save and send test request button. And we can find that yes, we have received the response, and the response that is given that now anyone with link can open this particular file. Now in the response, we have received multiple links of the file. Among these links, we are going to use this PDF link. Okay, so this is the PDF link of the internal transfer letter. Now we are going to send this link as an email to the employee. For that, let's click on this add action step button, and finally we have to connect Gmail with Pabbly Connect. So let's select our action application as Gmail, through which we want to send email to the employee, and now we have to select the action event that will be send email. Let's click on connect. Now once again I'm going to go with existing connection, and now let's click on save. As we have done that, we can find that Gmail is successfully connected with Pabbly Connect. So we will move forward. Here we have to enter the recipient email address and all other details. So first of all, we will map the email address of the employee from Google Sheets. We have mapped that. Now the next is the sender name, that with what name you want to send this email. So I'm going to give the name of my company as, let's say, Finstacks. Now the next is email subject. What should be the subject of your email? Transfer letter. Now the next is email content type, so it will be plain, and here we have to enter the content of the email. Okay, so I'm going to enter the content, let's say as dear. I will simply map the name of the employee, dear demo user, and now I will enter the main body of the email. So this is the email. Dear demo user, I hope this email finds you well. I am writing to inform you that based on your performance and skills, we have decided to transfer you to Research and Development Department. I have mapped this department name. We believe this move will offer you new opportunities and growth and development within our organization. Please find attached the official department transfer letter outlining the details of your new role and responsibilities. If you have any question or concerns regarding this transfer, please do not hesitate to reach out to me or your new department head. We look forward to your continued success in your new role. Best regards. I have mapped the sender name as well as the designation of the sender as well. Okay, now let's move further. Here we have to enter the file name and the attachment which we want to send along with this email. We want to send the document which we have created, that means internal transfer letter. So I will simply map the name of that file, that is transfer letter for demo user. And now we have to enter the attachment link. So we will use the PDF link which we have received from Google Drive. We will simply map the attachment link over here. This is the link. And now let's click on save and send test request button. As we have done that, we can find that we have received a response in which it is given that the mail is sent. So let's go and check on the email ID which we have mapped over here, that whether the email is received or not. And yes, here we can find that the transfer letter is received along with the PDF, and I'm going to open this. This is the PDF of the transfer letter which the employee can open very easily. This means that our workflow is perfectly successful. So now let's check this workflow whether it is working correctly or not. So I'm going to go back towards Google Sheets. Here I'm going to add another row with all new details. Let's start with the date. Let's say the date is same. This time let's say the name of the employee is test user. I'm going to enter a random email. Employee ID, okay. Designation, let's say the current designation of this employee is sales manager and the department is, and now I'm going to enter the date of transfer. Let's say it is also 1st April. I'm going to enter the designation. Let's say this time the new designation of the employee is, let's say the new designation of this employee is operations head. Let's say the new department of this employee is operations, okay. The new salary is, let's say, 8 lakhs. I will move forward, and here I'm going to quickly assign a new reporting manager to this employee as smart manager. The sender name will be, and here I'm going to enter the sender's designation, let's say team manager. Okay, now I'm going to select the status as send and done. As soon as we have entered the row up till our trigger column and we have selected send as the status, let's go and check whether automatically the document, the transfer letter, is created inside Google Docs or not. So we will move back. And yes, here we can find that transfer letter for test user is created. So I'm going to open it. Here the reference ID is automatically added. This is test user, the name of the employee, current designation, employee ID, subject, this is name, and here are all the this is department name, this is designation, new designation. Okay, and here is the new manager name along with all the details, new salary 8 lakhs per annum, and here is the sender's name as well as the sender's designation. Okay, now we are going to go back towards Gmail and we will check whether the email is received here or not. And yes, we can find that for the transfer letter, another email is received with the PDF document. This means that our workflow is absolutely fine. So let's summarize what we have done here in the workflow. So we have taken very simple steps, trigger and actions. In trigger, we have taken Google Sheets, and in action, we have taken filter by Pabbly, Google Docs, Google Drive and Gmail. And we have connected all of them by using Pabbly Connect in such a way that now whenever we are going to add a new row in our Google Sheets along with the details of the employee to whom we want to send the transfer letter, automatically a transfer letter will will be created for that same candidate with all the details in the customized format in Google Docs, and then automatically a PDF link will be generated for that same document, and it will be sent along with the email to the candidate through Gmail. Okay, so in this way you can very easily handle your internal transfers with the help of Google Sheets, Google Docs, Google Drive and Gmail. So this was it in this video. I hope this was helpful for you. Thank you for watching. Not only these applications, but you can integrate multiple such applications without any coding or programming skills with the help of Pabbly Connect. Now, if you have any doubt, you can reach out to us at support@pabbly.com. If you want to ask any query, you can reach out to us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issue, you can reach out to the website given over here. Now, if you find this video helpful, do not forget to share it with your friends, and also please like our video and subscribe our channel for more such amazing automations.